Hello.
You,
How are you?
what's going on?
Not too much. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good. Hey, Corey.
See that? What up, boy?
Hey, Raphael.
What's going on?
Not too much.
I'm loving the hair right now,
Are
man.
you? Thank you.
I'm loving
It
it.
got kind of messed up. It was raining and sprinkling a little bit, so, but it's all good.
You pulling it off, girl. You pulling
Thank
it
you.
off.
Thank you. Thank you.
How was your week?
It was straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, John. Yeah, it was cool. How was yours? It was long. I mean, I feel like it was obviously emotionally draining and
Yeah.
all that, but what can you do?
Yeah, I can say most definitely was a very long week. Definitely was
Super.
emotional, draining. I kind of felt on the edge all week, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, a lot of us, you'll unless you're sleeping under a rock, what's been going on.
Hmm.
Uh, George Floyd, people turning up absolutely everywhere in different parts in Atlanta, Chicago,
Hmm.
California,
Yeah.
um, and people are angry, man.
Super.
People are
Rightfully
angry,
so. Rightfully so.
absolutely. We're
And
tired.
yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I was already upset, obviously, but then, like, through the week, I was, just scrolling through my timeline or whatever, and somebody posted about Trayvon.
Yeah,
And I for me at least, like when Trayvon was murdered, and also when Samir Rice was murdered, those kind of hit me differently because they were kids. You know what I mean?
yeah, absolutely.
So just to kind of relive that all over again with this, it's super upsetting. So
And
I
it's just,
get where everybody's coming from.
yeah, man. And it's just unfortunate that you know we're still dealing with this, and people are tired, man. It's like when you continue to push at people and we continue to see the same things, and we don't get resolutions. You get what you see now. Like people are fed up, so
Hmm.
they're acting out, and you know it's what happens when people get frustrated
Hmm.
and things don't get taken care of. So this is a result of that.
Yeah, yeah. This time feels a little bit different though, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. It feels very different.
Yeah. So
I
I'm
saw,
hoping, we'll come to some sort of resolution soon.
yeah, I saw a young lady with a sign said, "We aren't our parents. We'll f you up."
Right, right, right.
I'm
Well,
like-
they don't know my mom because my mom left somebody else.
right, right,
Oh
absolutely.
man.
Uh, but nah, one thing I did like out of it, the versus battles have been going on.
Yeah.
And one that I just got through watching was Fred Hammond versus Kurt Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Was it good? I was at
it
work, so I didn't get to see it. I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to YouTube it later on. But it
it
was
took
good though.
they took us to church, man. They took us to church.
I'm sure. Oh,
They
I
was
wish
putting
I
up
could have seen it.
they was pushing out the vibes. They was pushing out the vibe.
Yeah.
They took us to church,
Yeah.
a lot of people in a real frustrated place. So this definitely was lifting your spirits and
Yes.
getting that good Sunday vibe, that good Sunday energy. Kurt Franklin is a character
Right,
and
right,
he
right.
got nothing but bangers, but like you
So was
definitely
there a
felt it.
winner?
Huh? Nah, it wasn't a winner. It wasn't a
You
winner,
were the
man.
winner.
You were
You
the
were
winner.
the winner.
You felt the spirit. You felt the spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
That's
that
funny.
yeah, it made for a good Sunday, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to watch it later. I definitely will.
Yeah, check it out, man.
I
I
will.
ain't I'm a big fan of '90s gospel music.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, '90s gospel music. That's my, that's,
That's
I
a honestly, that's a go-to for me. Just like 90s R&B,
yeah.
like I love 90s gospel.
Musically, the
So,
'90s
like in
had
the
some good
morning,
music.
you know, when I'm headed to work or whatever,
You got to
like
get your
I'll
mental
put
right.
that on quick. Of
You got to
yes,
get your mental right.
you
You go
have
to work.
to put on the armor of the Lord.
You already. You better tell it. You better tell it. You better tell it. Nah, that's how I
Yeah.
be feeling though, man. I be in traffic. I don't even be mad. I just be sitting.
Hmm.
Don't nobody know what I got playing in my car, man. I got the gospel music bumping.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. But yeah, nah, it was a good vibe, man. I enjoyed it, man.
Good. Good.
But one thing we didn't talk about because we weren't on last week though.
Yeah.
I know you checked out the 112
Hmm. And
versus
Jacket
Jagged
Edge.
Edge.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What do you think?
Uh, I mean, is there anything to talk about? 112 It was awesome. I heard a lot of songs
By
I haven't
landslide?
heard.
By landslide?
Yeah, I like Jagged Edge, but I'm not like, I'm like, they cool. I just prefer 112.
I mean, no, I feel, but you feel it was so it was easy money, like it wasn't even close.
I mean, 112 has hits though, so they were able to come back like, you know what I'm saying? Like they have hits, so it was easy,
They
definitely.
did songs with Biggie.
Right. I mean, hello.
They did songs
Come
with
on.
Biggie, so it's hard to compete with that. It's hard to compete with songs with Biggie.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, so 112
They definitely won. They definitely won. I was just like, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the overall consensus that 112 won. But
For
it
sure.
was decent, man. But it was weird to see that it was just Mike and Slim. Like,
Yeah, see, I didn't know that the other members left.
yeah, I think it's a whole beef.
I
Like, I think
was
like they
like,
fighting over the name and everything. Like,
yeah, I didn't know that. So that was kind of disappointing, but
yeah,
all good.
Jagged Edge was like, we lost, but we all here though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a good live. So, are there any more scheduled? I know Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond were today. Do you know of any more that are coming up? Have they said?
I don't know, man. I haven't heard anything. I just heard about the one today, like a couple of days ago. So
Yeah, I'm so sorry that I missed that live, but I'm definitely
yeah,
gonna watch it later.
but I mean they've been doing it like every single week, so I'm sure it's gonna be something on the docket real soon.
Okay,
We'll get an update.
interesting. Yeah, that's
So
what's up.
one I don't know, like do you watch Insecure?
I don't
All right, so
don't
I'm gonna catch it.
judge.
No judgment, no judgment, no judgment, no judgment, no judgment. So we're not gonna go specifically to what it's about, but we'll just go to like specifically like one joint on the show was like an issue like with the friends. They've been friends for a long time, and now they're like button heads for like whatever reason.
Right.
But
I know a little bit about it because I hear people or read people talking about it on Twitter. So I
mm,
know it's Molly and Issa going at it.
okay, all right, you got some part of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I don't know. Don't nobody really mess with Molly like that though. I know that.
That's yes, that's 100% accurate. That's 100% accurate.
What
Yeah,
she did, I don't know, but I know we ain't dealing with Molly.
yeah, Molly. Yeah, Molly getting slammed through the grass, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yo. Like it's definitely a bias on Issa as opposed to Molly.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so the question I got for you, right?
Hmm.
Have you ever had somebody that you maybe had a relationship for several years and you had to break ties with them?
Mm,
Like y'all grew apart as friends. Don't
yeah,
expose my
actually,
eyes, man. I've
yes,
been doing
yes,
something.
yes, yes. I was thinking no, but yeah, yeah. And it's
Why
all
was
good.
that?
It's no love loss. you know, if I see this person, we're still cool. But like, as far as like how we were, no.
Yeah.
So
I
it's all good. Have you?
sometimes. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I feel like sometimes you just realize the same energy that you might provide for somebody, you
Mm-hmm.
don't get that same energy back.
Right.
And sometimes you also have to realize when it's bad energy. And
True.
it's like, okay, like we were friends or we had a relationship at one point, but the energy that we feed and give to each other now
Mm-hmm.
is not helping either one of us. And I feel like,
Definitely.
it's just realistic to tell that person or just be in that space, just be like, it's okay, like, you might still care about that person or what have you, but it's just like my energy has moved on, man. I just gotta put my energy into other things, and you know what I mean. You get past that energy. Sometimes it's like something you gotta do.
It's healthy to do, like it's okay. I feel like it's natural for people to progress and, just move on. Corey on your head too.
What do you say?
Talking about posting pictures of your ex.
I post pictures of my vibe, man. See, so the way I feel like it's a lot of negative. Um, I feel like it's a lot of negative perspectives around exes. Like, a lot of people see exes and it's like everything about an ex, like y'all had to end in a very bad light. But
Hmm.
honestly, that doesn't always have to be the case. Sometimes it's just like as to adults, you gotta realize that y'all moving in different directions. Like kind of similar to what I was talking about before. That don't mean y'all got a beef. Like y'all share the moment. You know what I mean? Y'all share the moment. And then you grow from that moment.
Yeah,
It's
true.
it's called it's
Hopefully.
called growth.
Right.
So, you know, it seems odd that people see that you post pictures about them in a positive light, but
Hmm.
you know, thank you for that growth. Like that was a part of my journey.
Yeah.
I keep moving, but it still was a part of my journey.
Right, right, right.
Corey, shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Everything doesn't have to be a whole long, drawn out, fight, battle. Like, it's all love. I don't like to harbor anger or negative feelings towards anybody because ultimately that comes back on me.
Yeah,
So, and it takes time. I'm not saying I'll just be over it quick, but eventually we're cool. We're
yeah,
good.
absolutely, man. It's not good to hang on to like that negative energy, man. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, no, it doesn't happen overnight. Like you gonna feel the way you feel about that person, but at some point you gotta let it go. Like, I mean, unless it happened like super like messed up, like. But I'm just talking about if y'all just break up because stuff didn't happen, right? Like sometimes you just gotta be like, that's what it was. Like,
True indeed. True indeed.
but like, do people even like what does dating look like right now? Like, it's like everybody quarantined unless you went into it with the quarantine or whatever else. Like,
Yeah.
can, what like is the DMs what's popping now in the streets? Like, what? How do you get off dating during 2020 summertime and everybody quarantined?
I feel like DMs are definitely more active during quarantine. My DMs never really used to be that popping, but lately I think just out of boredom,
DMs
people
popping
are
now.
like not super, but I've had a few people here and there. And honestly, it's like old people. It's not like anybody new,
Yeah, yeah,
so I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
People know like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's going on?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Corey is correct. Walmart and well, Target is my store. So, you can meet people at the store.
You
That's
really
always an
can't. Not
option.
not not necessarily. Not these times. People got masks on their face. You don't know what all the rest of this look like.
Somebody say you can still tell if they fine. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if that's true either. I don't know if that's true either. Like this is the whole rest of your face. Like this could be fuck.
This like
Like,
you have to go off vibes. You have to go off the vibes. If they're
you don't.
giving off good vibes, then you cool.
Okay, so they all right. Yeah. Now they was in the cereal aisle, so I know at least they like
Yeah,
breakfast.
no,
Like
that's real though. Just, check out what they got going on. Are they eating organic? That's a sign. That's a plus.
not the organic. Like
What do
it
you
gotta
mean?
be
Of course.
organic.
It doesn't have to be, but that's a good sign.
It's not. It's not.
It
For you,
is.
maybe I'd be like, no, organic. Okay, that's
I'd
trendy.
be impressed. I'm like, okay, we on the same vibe.
That's trendy.
It's not trendy. It's healthy.
Is it?
It is. Hello.
That's what they want you to think.
Okay, well you go ahead and eat your GMOs.
Oh, really? I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Like, that's not bothering me one bit. I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool.
Don't try to act like first off. Don't try to act like you went in the calf on chicken fried chicken Wednesdays, huh?
You know what? My favorite meal, if we're gonna talk about the calf, my favorite meal, and my friends know this, is pepper steak. And
Pepper
I'm not
steak.
even a huge meat eater like that, but I absolutely love the pepper steak out the calf. Like I'll eat that any till this day. Like I still have cravings. Like dang, I wish I had me some pepper steak out the calf.
So don't be
I'll
don't be
text
try,
my friends randomly.
so don't be acting like you ain't come from the yeah. Don't act like you ain't come. You came from the fried fish
Yeah, we came.
Fridays.
Yeah, we I did. But what you say is growth.
Oh, bro, you get me cat. You give me catfish on a Friday any day of the week.
Of course, I'm not saying I don't eat that at all, but you gotta be. It's about balance.
It's about balance.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about you know, you and I graduated from the same university,
Yes.
Tuskegee University,
Hmm.
and I'm thinking about like what all is taking place now and how this is something that the kids that graduated this year will never forget. Like this is like
Yeah.
a very, very memorable year. And
Definitely.
whether regardless if they graduated from high school, college, like
Yeah.
this is gonna be something they will always remember. Um,
Hmm.
and then 10 years from now, 20 years from now, these are gonna be the same individuals that are, essentially in our shoes.
Hmm.
And
It's
it's just,
crazy.
yeah, it's just interesting to think. Like, I remember how I felt like the year I graduated. Like, you know, it just was an experience that I couldn't take back for the world. But I can't imagine how it would feel like that. Doing everything that's going on. People are, sick and getting the virus, and then you have, cities literally on fire, and it's like
Yeah.
this is the year. Like, what do you think? Like, what could and I know I'm sorry I'm putting you on the spot, but like, what advice could you give? Because like we both have been through school. We were in a generation that saw a black president have 2 terms,
Yes.
and it while we were in school,
Hmm.
and now we see this orange individual, and we see everything that's going on. It's like, what do you if
What
if I
advice
know
could
I
I
know
give?
I know. Okay, what advice would you give your younger self, and then maybe how could that relate to what's going on, and you could give the same advice or some advice to the generation right now? Because like we generation, technically we're millennials,
Hmm.
but it's Generation Z that I guess that's the new ones, right? It's a lot of different ones. That's a
Yeah.
new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What advice would you give yourself, and then maybe what advice can you give to them?
Advice that I would give to my younger self would be stay focused, like really hone in on your goal and stay focused on that. I feel like I had a lot of distractions, and I like go super hard for a minute, and then like I get off track, and I'd be off track for like a few months, and then I get back on track, and I'd be doing good, and then I'd get distracted by somebody else, or something else.
Right.
So just stay focused. And I feel like I give myself that same advice now with anybody. Like, don't let think what's going on is trivial. It's definitely not. But just even with all of the chaos and everything going on, the virus and everything, like it's gonna pass over, Lord willing. So in the meantime, like don't let outside forces get you off, you know?
Yeah. No,
So
I understand
that's
honestly.
advice to everybody, my old self, my new self, future self, you.
I I take it. I take it because honestly, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah. What about you?
Um, if I was going to talk to my younger self, I probably would say, yeah, make a plan and then make another plan and then make another plan and then make another plan. I would tell myself to keep thinking ahead, because I think one thing honestly I could say from me, me going to college, like that wasn't the first thought of my mind. Like my mind was a lot of different places, and I settled on going to college, so I'm very happy I made that decision. But I really didn't have any direction. Like I really just was like, I'm supposed to do this. This is what, Both of my sisters went to college. My middle sister went to Tuskegee. My older sister went to Hampton. So I'm like, this is what I'm supposed to do. But it wasn't like it wasn't necessarily what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I was just happy to be there, honestly. Like
Right.
like
I'm just
so
happy to get out my mama house,
it,
huh?
like I was just happy to be like, I'm out here, I'm in the South. I ain't been out here before. Like and Tuskegee is Tuskegee. Like, so it's not
Mm-hmm.
like, it wasn't a whole lot of stuff to do, but we made the best out of what we had to do, though. So, uh, yeah, I definitely would tell myself to have a plan. Like, cause, I definitely think, parts of college, why it was a great experience. Like, there
Yeah.
were some people that came to college that had like a plan. Like, okay, like I'm gonna get, my bachelor's, then I'm gonna get my master's, I'm gonna get my doctorate, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
So it was all about da 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 da, and like it was a
Steps.
lot of people steps, absolutely.
Right.
But there were others people, and I was put myself in that same equation. I was just like, I'm just trying to graduate, dad. Like, you know what I mean, like, fam, like
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was gonna make it here. Like,
Right,
like,
right, right, right.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean, so it was just like, so that part of it, like, and then you didn't think about the aftermath of it. So, I would tell myself to plan. I would say the younger generation, man, uh, think outside the box, man. It's a lot of different fields now that I would, if I had the opportunity to go into, I probably would.
Yeah.
Um, technology, of course.
Mm.
Um, programming. Like there are so many different industries that
Avenues.
a lot of avenues, and especially people that look like us
Yeah.
are very rare in. So if you have that skill
Definitely.
set, it's very marketable,
I
and
agree.
not only that, you can take those skills and you can make an avenue for yourself where you don't need anybody else to support you.
Yes.
Uh,
Which is always a goal.
that's always the goal.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, I don't knock that at all, man. But being that we went to the same school, what would you say like are what's a moment or something you remember that really kind of shaped or one a great memory that you had from going to Tuskegee?
Oh my God. I mean, how much time do you have? Um,
We got all the
I,
time in the world, man.
you know what? I don't have a particular. Well, I have a lot, but um, something that I thought of a few years ago. I was actually I think in an Uber or something, and I was talking to my driver, and I was telling him, I went to a black school, and just explaining the whole thing. And something that I thought of in that moment, and other people have kind of confirmed and agreed with me that, um, and actually I saw people tweeting and Instagramming about it too, is when you go to a black school, um, it's kind of, for me, it kind of takes the pressure off because you're not thinking, race is not the first thing on your mind. And honestly, I felt like we were kind of spoiled. You know what I mean? Like we got to
Yeah,
actually live and breathe and really grow up in an environment that was nurturing and that was actually catered to your blackness,
yeah,
So in a way, like it was like a little bubble, a little cocoon. And some people might see that as a negative because, oh, you're not prepared for the real world. But I think it's just the opposite. I feel like it made me more aware of myself, more aware of, just what it was to be a black woman, a black person. And just, it strengthened me, just to sum it up. Like it was awesome. So I
no,
could
I
go on
actually,
for days. I won't hold you.
nah, no, 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 because I'm about to echo the same thing you just said. Like, it was such an experience of, and actually, like, it just was so many different kind of black people.
Hmm.
Like, and it's like, regardless of, you could be from whether you're from Chicago, Atlanta, you
Hmm.
know, Baton Rouge, Slidell,
Hmm.
LA, wherever you're from, like, it was people from everywhere that you never met before,
Right.
and they had either different experiences or similar experiences, but it was a different, like, it was an experience that you got from different parts of the country. It's like, and you can't, like, it, like, that's something that you don't get from working in the workforce or anything like that. And it's not like we didn't get prepared for how it was like to be in corporate America, because just like us being in school, they teach us to be professionals. They taught us how to be professionals.
True. Very true.
Like, so man, I love like the experience, like, and it's great to see. People always make fun of Tuskegee because they say we have so much pride in our school, but we genuinely do, because like, at and like we go hard for Tuskegee, man. Like
Definitely,
we
definitely. I
go
see people driving like on their freeway and like, I'll see a Tuskegee plate or whatever. And I swear I'm speeding up. I'm trying to see who it is, to see if I know them or whatever. So, I love Tuskegee.
Tuskegee.
It was a blessing, definitely.
It definitely was a blessing, man. It's a blessing. It's a family. You
Yeah.
know, homecoming is such a thing. Like, we probably ain't gonna be able to have homecoming this year.
They were talking about it, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
I ain't doing no Zoom homecoming party, man. I'm not doing it. Like, that's dead. Ain't nobody doing no
You ain't doing
Zoom
no
homecoming.
Zoom.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. The
Yeah, maybe we should just hold off till next year.
It's
Let's
going it's
just.
gonna be people in one screenshot. It's gonna be a trumpet in one screenshot. Somebody on the drums in one screenshot.
Oh Lord.
There's gonna be one old lady piper red doing the joint, and it's like, no, we're not. Stop it. Stop. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that, man.
What was the Piper Red doing?
She got the soul bop.
Oh Lord, that's funny.
Yeah, but
That's
you know,
funny.
it definitely was the greatest. It was this dude. Well, it's this group. Actually, are you on Facebook?
Mm, yeah.
I'm not. I'm not gonna ask you to like. What's your tag? Like, nah.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not. I don't.
it's it's a lot of random groups popping up on Facebook. Like it's a HBCU group. Um, it's this it's this Greek group that I just joined that and then it switched to something or whatever. But yeah, it's
Sound
a
like
lot of
Shay. I
random groups
don't know.
popping up. It's a,
Uh-huh.
man, it's a lot of random groups popping up, man. Like out of nowhere, a lot of people are getting bored, yo. Like I'm glad that some
Clearly.
places I'm glad some places opening it up, but
Mm.
like people are obviously bored, man.
Too much time on
Like
your hands, huh?
way too much time on their hands, man.
Oh
Like
my
if people
Lord.
been at home. Like how many months has it been now?
When did it start? Like
January,
March?
February,
Well, when did
March.
like everything get locked down? I feel like it was March.
I feel like it was March too, because I remember I went to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Florida to visit my peoples, and I remember like right when that happened, I was like waiting to see whether or not my plant was going to shut down. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, like, it's getting real now. Like, it's definitely going to shut down. We did not at all.
My
Like
job
we
didn't shut down either. My grandmother passed, and
condolences.
she was in LA, so that was the time when they started shutting everything down.
Yeah,
So we weren't able to have a service, so I ended up not even going. I didn't even get my ticket because we couldn't have a service. So,
yeah,
but I still took the time off of work because I needed it.
absolutely.
So I'm thinking, when I get off bereavement leave, I'm like, oh, we shut down.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I text my boss. I'm like, yeah, so, what's the plan? What are we gonna do? And he's
Yeah,
like, oh, it's
yeah.
BAU. I was
Hmm?
like,
Hmm?
business as usual, really?
Like, yeah, I plan to
Yeah,
see you here.
so
What I plan to see you here tomorrow. So hey,
yeah.
hey,
So it was just, yeah,
yeah.
same thing, and we've been going hard ever since.
Ever since,
Hmm.
same man, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like man, like that, like it's yeah, it's so much going on. I'm just like man, like, yeah, but we keep trucking along
Well,
because
folks want their bacon, so
people want they bacon, man. Can't live without it. So obviously,
thank you.
y'all better buy bacon. So make my time seem like it's wanted. Like people like, what did he do? Like he baking? What does he do?
Mhm.
He work at Waffle House?
I'm not dealing
I
with
think
you.
I think he work at Waffle House.
Oh Lord,
I
stop.
ain't telling people where I work. I'm gonna get fired.
You won't get fired.
I don't know what direction it's gonna go into later on in the future. This might turn into a whole political podcast. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Nope, we gonna keep it low key.
All right, we gotta keep it low key. They'll get you.
Yes, indeed. So, Horace, we're 6 minutes past our time.
Oh, absolutely. I was
Do you have
yeah.
any parting words for the week? Words of wisdom?
Man, pray for each other.
Hmm.
You know, we're in difficult times now, but we always been in difficult times.
For
And the
real.
system ain't never been on our side. Uh, you know, in the words of J. Cole, love yours.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, man. All right,
Thank
well,
y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.
see y'all next week, man.
All right.
Out.